Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle D, or Coach Danni D, and I help women entrepreneurs and professionals to achieve their personal success stories that include joy, fulfillment, and balance. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease, be successful, and enjoy your life. My happy place is spending as much time in my PJs as humanly possible. And I want to help other women find their happy space while running profitable businesses or having a successful career. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello, and welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I am your host, Coach Danni D, always here helping you to find that space of joy, fulfillment, and balance. I want you to live your best life right now and enjoy all of the successes that are meant for you without feeling bogged down, right? So that's what we're here for. Today, I want to talk to you about motivation. Motivation. So a lot of times, we say we just need a little motivation. We need that little pump up. And I've spoken on previous episodes about the idea of motivation versus like transformation as far as speaking and programs and stuff like that. But I mean, sometimes we do really need that motivation, right? But motivation can be fleeting. So it's kind of like if your favorite hype song comes on, you get in the zone, you hear that song, you're pumped up, you think you can take over the world, but how long after that song goes off do you feel that feeling, right? So motivation needs a little help. Motivation needs alignment, right? Motivation needs confidence. Motivation needs discipline. All of those things are important for motivation to really make a difference. We all have those days, right? I've had some days recently where I just didn't feel motivated. Like I went through a period of planning, which I really love. I love planning and creating, and then, seeing the results and it being amazing, and then jumping immediately from that to some other projects. And sometimes when I get into hyper focus mode, I have to literally stop myself because I will just get locked in and keep going, right? And so then I have to stop myself because otherwise then I'll burn out, right? Because I'm just so excited about the thing that I'm doing, I can't take my eyes off of it. That excitement is good, but it needs to be balanced. Like all things need to be balanced. I'm really into balance, as y'all already know. So all things need to be balanced. So, I had to take a step back. I had to stop myself and say, wait, hold up. You can't just go full steam ahead at this thing and not give yourself breaks. And then, sometimes when I'm not in that hyper focus and I'm, kind of frozen. And I had a few days where I just kind of felt frozen and felt stuck. And I needed some motivation. And a lot of times when you get into that place, it's hard to even seek that motivation. Or sometimes it's hard for that motivation to get you stirred up because you're so you feel stuck, right? So for me, the game changer, so y'all getting a late episode because I had things to do, right? So today was the first time in months that I was able to do my coffee shop day. So if y'all are following, earlier this year, I started, maybe last year, I'm not sure. I started doing coffee shop Tuesdays where I would go in on a Tuesday and work in a coffee shop and get like those tedious tasks done or those projects that are kind of stalled. Um, I have nothing to, there's no laundry, there's no anything at the coffee shop to distract me from doing whatever assignment I bring with me that day. And so that's been working really well for me. I am a big believer of knowing what your cheat codes are because that works well for me. I'm sure it's a different thing for someone else, but leaning into those things at the times that you need to, reminding yourself, even if you maybe keep a little log of the things that help you get unstuck and turning to those things when you feel stuck, right? So you already know what they are. And, so for different reasons, I've been trying to get back on this track and, different things going on. I wasn't able to. And today I could have very well, because I had like a dentist appointment, something else, I could have very well just, come back home. But I said, no, today I really need to go do this. And I had huge breakthroughs in two different projects that I'm working on. So I'm very excited about that. But I needed that. I needed a different motivator. I needed something different. I needed to switch things up. And sometimes we have to do that instead of like just trying to force ourselves out. Sometimes we have to think of the things that's going to coax us out, right? So sometimes, it's a change of scenery. Sometimes, like I know when like I don't know how I want to describe it, like maybe like writer's block, but it's not necessarily about writing. Like if I'm stuck creatively, I guess is the best way to say it. If I'm stuck creatively, a lot of times I will go and sit by the lake and just sit in nature, and that will just spark creativity. Or I'll go for a walk. Something about going on a walk will just bring that out. Sometimes we need to switch it up. Sometimes maybe we need to just have a conversation with somebody and see different perspective, right? Because we may be thinking about it a totally different way. The thing that we're stuck on might be so simple, but we're just too close to it. And I've had that happen on both sides, either where I'm the person that's like, why don't you just do whatever? Or somebody's saying to me, oh, did you try whatever? And I'm like, why did I not think of that? Right. So sometimes it's a different perspective, but pay attention to the things that motivate you. Pay attention to what pulls you out. Another thing that works for me very often is engaging in something that reminds me of my why. So sometimes, you know, the fun part of the project is over and I got to do just the tedious part and I don't want to. But then I remember what my why is. And I remember that if I don't do this, then I can't do what I need to be doing. Right. And so just reconnecting to that gives a new energy, gives a new excitement for how I can better serve. So what are your motivators? What are the things that motivate you to take action, not just that make you feel good? Because I think that that's um if you listen to the previous episode where I talked about motivation, that's where we get stuck sometimes. We like the thing that makes us feel good, right? We'll listen to the little motivational reels or speakers and we feel good, but we gotta do good, right? We have to go and take action. So what are the things that actually get you into motion? Write down your list. Keep it with you, screenshot it, take a picture of it, whatever you need to do to keep it with you so that you can turn to it in those moments where you feel like I'm stuck, I can't get up, I can't do X, Y, and Z. Remember what those motivators are and get into action. And that sometimes, honestly, the greatest motivator is action. Sometimes And it doesn't have to be, because it's hard to force yourself all in, but it's easy to tell yourself, if you're, if the thing that you need to do, let's say that you need to um, send out proposals or whatever it is that you're just avoiding doing, right? If the thing that you need to do is, I'm gonna pick a different example. Let's pick, you need to work on your website. If that's the thing that you need to do, you don't have to start with, the tech and all of that part that is like challenging to you. Start with a small step. What's the picture that I want people to see when they first open a website? What do I want that to look like? Start thinking about that one thing. And the thing about getting in motion, once you get in motion, that excitement draws and then you start to go deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, again, like I said, balance, once take it in chunks. Don't overwhelm yourself, because sometimes we overwhelm ourselves and it makes it hard for us to go back because we remember that this thing made us overwhelmed, right? But take it in steps, take it in baby steps. But the action is important. Action and consistent action, that's where the discipline comes in, right? I mentioned alignment. You want to make sure that what you're doing is productive to your goal. Like it's not, busy work. We do a lot of busy work. We do a lot of busy work. Is this pertinent to my goal? If it's not, then sometimes that's why you're not motivated, because you're tired from doing things that are not moving the needle, right? But make sure it's in alignment. Make sure you're being consistent about taking action. And it's better to do small things consistently than to do big things and keep dropping off. So make sure that you are pushing forward. And that doesn't mean that you can't take breaks. That doesn't mean that you can't take steps back, but keep pushing forward. So that's your homework. What motivates you? Make yourself a list so that you can remember when you need it. Other things in the workflow world, what's going on with Coach Danni D? I, I skipped last week. I told y'all it was just a lot going on. I needed to take a break. But just to let you know what's going on in my world right now. So I had a podcast episode I did with for my balloon people. I know y'all know about Sarah Myers and her the Bright Balloon podcast. So I did an episode with her a few months back, and that one has released today. So go check that out. Let's see what else we have going on in the world. Um, what else is happening, y'all? So y'all, y'all will be the first ones to hear about this outside of the community that is involved in this. But I am launching a retreat that's going to be happening in March. So it is the CEO Safe Space Retreat, and it is designed for the CEO. And this is not more business training that exists, and I offer that in other ways. This is about the holistic development and success of the CEO as a human being, as a person. So we're working on, mindset. We're working on unmasking. We're working on calendar detox and confidence and all of those things behind the scene that we don't often take time for, making sure that we are holistically healthy and moving in a direction where we can have success and enjoy that success, right? So that is going to be in March of 2026, but the applications are open starting today. So check out that link in the bio. You'll be hearing more about that in the coming days, weeks, months. associated with that. Now, this is not officially launched yet, but I'm just going to let y'all know the retreat is going to be a small, intimate retreat, just 10 women. So don't dawdle. You don't want to miss your spot. This is going to be very intimate. The day following the retreat, we're going to be doing a Profits in Pajamas summit, right? And so that has not released yet. That's one of the projects that I'm working on behind the scenes, but keep your eyes peeled. So that's going to also be in March 2026. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm trying to think of what else is like official. I don't want like, I'm not spilling all the secrets today. What else is official? I'll share, I have shared previously, but I'll share again the link for the healing anthology that I have an entry in, as well as the obedience and abundance graphic tee that I have that's out right now, because that is the season that I find myself in. All of my business girlfriends are in that space, and it just seems like everybody that I encounter is in that space of obedience and abundance. So, I've been saying the phrase so much I had to put it on a t-shirt. I think that is all that I have for you in the moment. Oh. I will be, it has not launched yet, but keep your eyes peeled. I will be opening up the books again. Well, I'm saying launch, but this is probably going to be our fourth or fifth semester, but I'm opening up the Own Your Business Academy. We're going to be taking enrollment for that starting on October 29th. So I will be taking enrollment prior to that. I just haven't sent out the email yet. So y'all will get an email either today or tomorrow about that if you are ready to enroll in that. And that is a subscription program where each month is a different topic that we're going to be addressing. So you'll get your modules where you can go at your own pace on our modules, but then we'll also have our check-in calls where you can ask questions, confer with your cohort, whoever else is in your cohort, and also have, just work through some of the things that you may have some questions or issues about, as well as get some hot seat coaching when, that situation arises, because there may be something that, mindset wise, we got to work through so that we can get over to the other side. So I think that is it. I'm sorry to be so scattered today, but again, this is a later recording. I got a little caffeine in my system as well, and just a lot of things happening behind the scenes. So I'm excited about what is to come, and just keep your ears open, because there's so many other projects that are going to be coming forth in the next, couple of months that are going to be released, and that I, finally get to share some of this information. So I'm really, really excited about what's to come, about what's going on right now. And I just can't wait to, see you guys in some of these spaces. So just super, super excited about that. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go with that, and I will see you next week. Thanks for listening to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with these. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. For more information about creating balance in your life, register for my upcoming calendar detox challenge at CoachDanniD.com. Don't forget to subscribe, join the community, and book a call to find the workflow program that best fits your needs.